Hello everyone, welcome to yet another Anglo-Indians event. And this time we are all preparing for the new year. And to prepare for the new year, we need all the help that we can get. And so we've got the best astrologer, Vaastu Consultant that we know to join us here online. And we have with us Dr. Sundeep Kochar, who is a very renowned astrologer, Vaastu consultant, speaker, motivational speaker, and author. Hello, Dr. Sundeep Kochar. Welcome.
Thank you so much. How are you doing?
Very well. Thank you. We are very excited and really so nice of you to take time out to be with us today.
Thank you. Likewise.
So, Sundeep ji, please, for the first question for you is, what is astrology? Because there are so many people who believe and so many people who do not believe. So you are the right person to tell us what is astrology all about.
See, astrology, according to me, is such a wonderful tool to know about your journey in life. Like you might be aware about your, way from your office to your home, but you don't know what is going to happen on the way.
Right.
It is like your journey. So GPS will tell you exactly, whether there is a diversion today, or there is a traffic jam, or there is something, which may not be great. That means you may take longer time than what you are expecting. So like GPS is for your journey of your wherever from wherever. Same goes with astrology. Astrology is GPS of life, will help you to understand your journey in this life. So once you are aware about your situation, when you know what is going to happen in tomorrow in the sense in future again, and more than that, it is also to know about yourself, because according to me, self-analysis, self-realization is the most difficult task. Everyone feels that he's right, you are right, I'm right, then who's right? So astrologer can tell you what exactly your situation is, what is your weakness, what is your strength, what is your potential, what you the changes you need to bring in you. Because my favorite statement is destiny is fixed, no one can change, but a change is change when you change. So I try to bring that change by making a person realize. And if you understand what I'm talking, and if you bring that change in you, because me being a stranger and astrologer who has no idea about you, if I am telling you exactly the way you are and exactly the way you react, the way you think, the way you perceive, even your time, because there is no tool on the planet which can tell you what is going to happen tomorrow. So astrology is such a beautiful science. It is more than 10,000 years old. It is a part of Vedas, which are the oldest scriptures on the planet. And it is known as Jyotish, which is a Sanskrit word, which means Jyot is light and Ish is God. This is light of God. That means anything, whenever you're born, everything is a part of your destiny. It is like a scripted thing. So when I look at a horoscope, and horoscope is nothing but it is a programming of your mindset. It is your deep-rooted psychology. It is also about your entire journey of your life. So if you ask me, I would definitely say everything is scripted. It's like going to a movie theater and watching scene by scene without having any influence on that, even if you don't like it. So you have to accept it. So acceptance plays a great role actually in anyone's life. And if you understand why it is happening, and what is the reason and what is the duration, if you understand all that, that makes your life more easy, because it gives you a lot of understanding. You will start ignoring things which are bothering you. You will start tolerating things, because tolerance level people don't have nowadays, because of they are already in some kind of grind. So if you know the right way to live one's life, if you know your situation, like I said, about your strength, weakness, and potential, and above all, the time, because you have your own mind, you have your own brains, you have your own experience, you have your own knowledge, and you feel all the boxes have been ticked, and this is what I have planned to do. But you don't know that your time is not supporting. So if you know that in advance, that is how, I always say, taking right decision at the right time is what we call luck. So one thing I can tell you, no astrologer can change anything in your life. People, they try to change their name spelling. People try to do some kind of remedies which has no meaning, and it is more like superstition or following something. But astrology is such a wonderful sign. It is like your friend for life. Astrologer can always be there, who can help you to take a decision and help you to understand each other better. Let it be your relationship, let it be your approach towards people around you, your spouses, your parent, with your siblings, or your even children. So this is how, if you can bring that change in you, I think you are sorted. So if you are aware, I think that is how you are awakened, and that is when you lead a better and a happier life, which is above everything.
Right. So Dr. Sundeep, when you say that your life is scripted, and astrology gives you an inkling of what is the script. So is there, and by knowing it beforehand, but you also said that we cannot change it.
Correct.
So even by knowing it, we know that we cannot change it.
So see, as I've said already, you can't change the path. You can't change the path. You can know the way. So once you are aware, and you are telling someone, in your family, that you will reach in 10 minutes, but you don't know the traffic is all bad. So you can at least, first, it will give you some kind of satisfaction that today it is going to take 1 hour. And secondly, they will also be aware that where you are stuck. So same like in astrology, but you can't change. You can't build a flyover. You can't fly over the traffic. You can't bypass the traffic. You have to live with it. So it is, knowing is also, I think knowledge is power, as I say. So if you're aware about your situation, if you're aware about your journey, then I think it gives you a lot of understanding. It gives you a lot of solace also sometimes, because every day is not Sunday. It is not every time what you have decided, what you want, and it is happening, it is coming to you. That's not possible. So if you're aware about it, then you will accept it. And when I always say, when your expectation goes down, your acceptance grows. That is how you become relaxed. So it gives you that kind of understanding. And what if the time is great? Then it gives you more motivation that my time is right, and what I'm thinking is right. Now I need to put more energy to get everything 10 on 10. So this is all about it.
Yes, you're very right. I think acceptance, being a little stress-free, being more relaxed, and taking life as it comes, it's really important. And if astrology can do that, then why not? So Dr. Sundeep, what is your view about this year, and what can we look forward to 2022?
See, like we are all aware, this unprecedented time, which now has almost completed 2 years, and one can't take even a break for 2 days and forget about 2 weeks or 2 months. But 2 years, we were almost like stuck in the same situation, having the same kind of fear, and some kind of, people couldn't travel or explore, or whatever, the desire or aspiration everyone had. We had this fear of, at least for our well-being, people were more concerned about their health, about not only about themselves, but yeah, obviously about the people who are close to them. So everyone was in an anxious state. And that is something which has taken a toll in their mind, because we human beings, we love to explore, we love to keep on moving ahead. We have, every year we have resolution to make it better. This year I want to explore this, I want to achieve this, I want to buy this, I want to get that. But when nothing worked, so obviously it really impact you in that manner. So we have completed 2 years with all these unprecedented time, which I said. But now, as I say, everything, nothing is permanent, and things always keep on changing. And now the time in 2020, I'm quite optimistic that, especially after March, when Jupiter will be going to Pisces, first time after so many years, 2 years basically, to be precise, 2.5 years, Jupiter will be in a better state, because this entire universe, if you talk about positivity, if you talk about the spirituality, if you talk about happiness, or if you talk about energies, one planet which controls everything, even the blessings, with what we call, is Jupiter. And Jupiter was afflicted. Earlier it was in the axis of Rahu and Ketu, and that is how this December 2019, this started. And so Jupiter was afflicted. Now then Jupiter moved to next house. It was in a debilitated state. Then it is in Aquarius. So after a very, very long time, to be precise, after 12 years, Jupiter will be coming in own house of Pisces in April. And that is a time when Jupiter is a planet of prosperity. So things will start moving the right direction. Jupiter is also a planet of well-being. So I think we should overcome this kind of pandemic situation, and by the grace of God, because of the vaccination, because of the understanding the situation, and taking precautions, and definitely overcoming this kind of virus, I think we should be back to our normal self. But having said that, I would also add on that we should keep maintaining social distancing. We should keep managing our hygiene and taking all the precaution that includes vaccination, and being in the right way to follow all the protocols which COVID guidelines has.
Yeah, so follow all the health protocols, follow all the vaccination, the booster, and maintain distance so that you are safe.
Absolutely.
So Sundeep ji, what about, you said Jupiter is back, and so we are looking forward to prosperity. And maybe you could just walk us through the various sun signs, the zodiac signs, and give us a very brief overview of each one of them and what this year is for them.
Definitely, I think every year now it has become a ritual with you. It's been quite a while. Every time we come across like this. So though we couldn't meet till now, though I had a plan to travel, but because of the situation we couldn't. But yeah, it is always good to connect with you, and through you there are millions of people who can watch this, and definitely it will help them to plan their next year, and that is how this stall is all about. But this is something which is more generic in nature, because it is based on your zodiac sign. And I must also add on one thing here, that individual horoscope plays a great role. What time you are running, in spite of having a zodiac, what dasha you are running, technically, astrological, in Indian astrology, that impacts you big time. So for your personal thing, you can definitely go for your individual reading. But yes, I'm here to portray every zodiac, how it would be and what you can expect. But yes, everyone has different situations. If I'm saying Aries may get married this year, but that doesn't mean it implies for everyone. First, you are eligible for getting married, so age wise. Secondly, you should be not married, and third is your want. So that means it is completely depending on many situation. So it is related. So not everyone will get married. So it is, but individually, that gives you the right indication when you share your date, time, and place of birth, and that is how I can read your entire journey, how your not only your year but your coming years would be, and what you need to do individually. So that is another thing.
Sure.
So yes, we always start with Aries, and Aries. They will be in a better state. The reason being, which I said just now, Jupiter is transiting 11 from their sign, and it is one of the good placement, and it is clearly indicating a lot of prosperity, recognition, the promotion you were waiting for, which didn't happen, you should expect this year. So this is a good transition of Jupiter. And Saturn has definitely put some kind of construction since last 2 years, and you can wait for another 3 months, and then you see the changes coming to you, because Saturn will also joining Jupiter in 11th house, and that is a time when you may expect a lot of gains coming through you. So anyone who will benefit out of Saturn in the coming 1 year, or basically 2.5 years, would be Aries. So Aries will definitely gain out of it. Rahu is also plays in second house, the house of finance, so they can expect unexpected gains. So that is something which is so beautiful. So I feel Aries would definitely see a lot of good changes, and that includes marriage, which I gave an example, and it was a right example. If they are definitely willing to get married, then I think by April there is a possibility. And if you miss this bus, then the next time it would be only after April 2023.
Okay. So Aries, look out for lots of good luck coming your way.
Absolutely. And I think the only thing they need to have is a little bit of patience, and meditation will help you to calm down, and meditation can help them to become more tolerant. And that is what life is all about, because I believe the biggest thing in life is happiness. If you're happy, I think you're blessed.
Correct. Very true, Sundeep ji. And so who do you talk about the second zodiac sign?
Yeah, the second is always Taurians, and Taurians were not in a very happy space emotionally, because the transition of Rahu was troubling them since last 1.5 years. and especially Taurian moon sign here I'm more focused on as per Indian astrology. So they had not a great situation, reason or no reason, they were into some kind of negative state of mind. But according to me, when the transition will change in March, that is the time they will feel relieved. Sorry,
nothing.
Okay.
Yes.
So that is the time they will feel a lot of positivity within themselves, and they will start thinking good. They may expect some kind of changes also. Either they may relocate to another house or another city or country also, because of the major planet transiting in the center, which we call Kendra as per Indian astrology, and it is a time of change. So they should expect a change coming their way, and it should be all good. They are ruled by Venus, the planet of flamboyance, the planet of passion, the planet of creativity, and even luxuries. And they are always optimistic in life, and they always want to make it better, even materialistically in that sense. So this year, I think by the grace of God, they will be able to fulfill most of their desire, what they have in their mind. So I think it should be a significant year. The only thing is you have to be a little bit careful in not... yeah, sorry, there was a call in between. The only thing, they have to be a little bit careful is they should not have any kind of...
somebody is really trying to reach you. Sundeep.
Yeah, somebody from London, he's calling me again. The person is not aware that I'm doing live here.
Yeah, they need your help.
So maybe this time, the third time it will come, I have to take a call for a few seconds and tell them, that I'm doing this. So the only thing I said, that they need to be a little bit careful in not indulging into something which becomes a habit. So that is one area they need to be a little bit careful, because since last 1.5 years, when I said, they will be in low state. So maybe to calm their nerves down, a lot of people, they try to indulge in consuming something which is not a right habit. So that is one advice, but otherwise it is all okay.
Right. The last 2 years have been tough for worldwide. Everybody has suffered. And I think any ray of hope going forward for 22 is really important. And it's very good to hear that, there is prosperity is on the way. I also, Sundeep ji, tell us about Gemini. A lot of my friends are Gemini, so I'm very keen to know.
See, Gemini, they're the most intelligent people, and they think a lot. That's the reason they are more anxious about their coming year, because they have a thinking hat all the time. And this year, I think it should be a good one. The reason being, the planet Rahu, which is responsible for unexpected gains, they may expect a lot of unexpected gains from March, because it will come in the 11th house from their sign, and that is where it will keep on giving them a lot of gains, either from another country, or unexpected gains they can expect from everywhere, which is something which is so beautiful. And another thing is, for them also, it is a time of some kind of change, because Jupiter will be moving in the center of their horoscope after April, and that is the time then either they may shift to another house, or there could be some shift in their career also, in a good way. So there's nothing wrong, and there should not be anything negative in that. Yeah, they are feeling some kind of turbulence within themselves, because Saturn is moving 8 from their sign. But after April, they will also feel relieved, and I don't think that there will be any kind of turbulence thereon. Gemini, if they are willing to get married, I would suggest them to wait for another almost 15 months, and because 2023 will be the time which is more feasible according to their sign. Yeah, but individually, it could be a different game, depending on what phase they are running as per their own horoscope.
Right. That sounds good. A good year for the Gemini as well. You had also mentioned in some of the predictions you'd sent to us for our website that they are very good at communicating, that they should leverage on their communication skills.
Absolutely, they are like that. It is something which comes to them naturally. As I've said, they have a thinking hat, so they are good in planning and good in connecting also, because Gemini is a Aries sign. And Mercury, when it goes into air, that means the thought process is always on, and they know what they are talking, they know how they are communicating, and that is how they do wonders in connecting with people. And that is how people always like them, because they're also witty in their own way. So communication plays a great role anyways, and they are master in it. So this year, I think they will, because of their own ability, inborn talent, they will gain through that.
Right. Thank you. Then we have Cancer.
Cancerian people, they're the most caring, loving people on the planet, and they always try to take decision emotionally also, because that is how they are ruled by planet Moon. And Moon keep on changing, is waxing and waning all the time, and that is how their mood swings are. So if anyone who has a Cancerian spouse or a friend or whoever around you, even a friend, you should take care of them, in a way that talk to them in a nice manner, because they are more, emotional. Yeah, and if you can handle them in that fashion, they can do anything for you. So Cancerian are the best people according to me. They are not manipulative at all. They are quite kind. They're quite compassionate. They're quite loving, and that is something which is so beautiful. This year, I think since last year, they had found their new interest, and a lot of people must have done their online courses in different areas which they never thought of doing it earlier, because Jupiter is in the house of knowledge. And that is how Jupiter itself is a planet of knowledge. So they must have explored something different, and this will continue for a few more months, even in this year. And even there are people whom, according to me, must have taken interest in learning occult sciences, and that will help them actually to understand their journey, be more optimistic, be more positive. And that is something which is so beautiful, because once you are aware, then you know who you are, as I said earlier. So knowing yourself is something which is, according to me, is the biggest thing. I've seen people, even they reach at the age of 60, they don't know who they are, and they don't even realize they have some flaws. They say, this is who I am and I'm okay with it, but that's not okay. Because if you don't change the direction, then you'll keep walking where you are going, and it could be totally in a wrong direction. So that is how you have to do some kind of introspection, and this is what Cancerian have understood in the last 1.5 years, by understanding other aspects of their life. Relationship is one thing where I think they had some kind of situation, because Saturn was moving in the house of relationship. It will move away again in April, and I think April onwards it should be a better situation for them. They can still expect some kind of delays, but I always believe a delay help you to lay your foundation for the future. That is right. That is the reason it is DELAY. So have patience, So I think that would definitely.
Very nicely said. Yeah.
And
nice.
so be a little bit more spiritual. Do some meditation. That will give you a lot of optimism and positivity, and the emotional side of you, which I always say you need to overcome. That will definitely help you in that. I think it would be a significant year even for Cancerian. The only thing is, if you are practical and you having a balance between your spiritual side and your materialism, you are sorted.
Right. Good. Sandeep ji, my dad is a Piscean, so I'm very keen to know more about the Piscean sun sign.
So Piscean, they have a lot of patience, because every time we go in a order, it comes at the last. But I always say, but not the least.
Okay.
So the next sign is Leo, and Leo are a little bit impatient, because they are ruled by fiery planet Sun, and Sun is authority, and Sun is leadership. Sun is energy, and they are always they want to explore. And this is especially since last 1.5 years, they really had a lot of energies within themselves to conquer the unconquered. That means they really wanted to explore something different and new in their journey, and this will continue for some more time. It is going to be a significant phase for them. After April, for Leos, I would suggest them to work on their relationship also, because sometimes what happens is, once you are married and once you are in a relationship, you start taking the other person for granted. So that's not right. So the more communication you will maintain, communication plays a very important role actually in maintaining any kind of relationship. So even humor. So show, express. If you don't, then the other person will not be able to understand, that what value the person has you in your heart, because there is no meter to judge. You can check anyone's pulse or heartbeat, but you don't know what is going on. I'm liking you, or you're not liking me. So it is a communication, which is the only tool where you show your care, you show your concern, or you show your connect or liking towards a person. So communication plays a role. Why I said that? Because Saturn will move in 7th house of relationship. So that is a time when things may go wrong if you are not maintaining that kind of friendliness and humor and communication, which I said already. Otherwise, a lot of aspirations Leos will be able to fulfill because other planet would be in a good house. Leos will definitely consider for their higher education, higher knowledge, higher understanding, because Jupiter will enter in April again in the house of learning, and that is something which is good, and that will empower them with a lot of knowledge, which will help them to explore further in their journey. So it's going to be a significant year even for Leos. But as I always say,
डरा दिया आपने कहा कि they'll put on weight. So हम बैठे हैं waiting to put on weight.
See, I think what I have understood, if anyone loves himself or herself, then you will definitely take care of it. See, it will not come to you automatically. If you are a foodie and if you are not doing any kind of workout, not even normal walking, then definitely you may accumulate that kind of fat. So if you love yourself, you look at the mirror and you know your flaws, then definitely it should give you a lot of motivation to be in happy space. And for that, you have to definitely cut your carbs and work more on yourself to bring that kind of youth and energy. And they are leaders, so leaders are supposed to be always energetic and leading from the front. So I think they have to maintain that. And as you said, reminded me, actually you have already, Jupiter may do that, increase that kind of thing. But once you are aware, then you should take more precaution.
Yeah, right. But I think the relationship advice is for everybody, not merely Leos. I think everybody can benefit from that advice, not to take your friends, your family for granted, but to communicate with them.
Very true. So the next sign is Virgo, and Virgos are the most intelligent people on the planet, and they are the one who are good into finance and marketing.
It seems that Sundeep ji is getting another phone call. He's been somebody's been calling him again and again.
Hello? I'm so sorry. Yeah, the same person. So I had to tell him. Now he won't call. Yeah. So Virgos, as I've said, they are the most intelligent people on the planet, and that is how they are great in numbers. They are good in finance, marketing, media, communication, planning, everything, all great. But because of their overthinking mind, they also tend to make it complicated. Because sometimes in life you have to let go. Sometimes you need to ignore. Sometimes you have to ignore, look at a bigger picture. Sometimes you have to forget things which are not great. So if you keep everything in your head, then you will keep on accumulating those thoughts, and those thoughts may convert into stress, which may lead to anxiety. And then doctors and medical scientists all over the globe, they say everything is psychosomatic. So if you are thinking too much or thinking negative, you may create some emotional imbalance in body, and that is how you attract some kind of ailment. So what I'm saying is, and it is not only for Virgos, it is for everyone actually. I always say people who are happy, they're always healthy, and people who are happy, they're always wealthy also, because your energy is surrounded by positive energies will always attract that kind of abundance, and that is how prosperity enters in your home. So it is all about your state of mind. I believe in it. So for Virgo specifically, I will say that 2022, you should get rid of your overthinking, and see, it is your habit. You may not realize it that you are doing it deliberately, but consciously you need to put effort in and do something meaningful. Try to be occupied in doing something which give you pleasure. You can sing, buy a karaoke set and sing every day. That is a good thing. Anyone who has a writing ability, they should write something meaningful, or even talk to your friends. Any kind of friend. You may be having few spiritual friends, few well-loving friends, few friends who believe in traveling, few are humorous friends. So if you can, do this kind of arrangement around you, this will give you a lot of happiness, and this is where this will become your habit actually, and that is how I will stop criticizing Virgos from next season, because they need to change this. Otherwise, no problem. Rahu will be in 8th house. Yeah, some delays will be there, but that is okay. There is no denial, but delay. You are not supposed to trust people blindly. One suggestion I can give you, special related to finances. So if you, as I said, precautions better than cure, then I think it's a good idea.
I think it's always right not to just trust people blindly. But
just one second, I'm not able to.
Go ahead. In fact, some of the things that Dr.
Yeah.
Sundeep has been sharing are very true. He talks about being aware of yourself, knowing yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror, seeing yourself for who you are, taking care of yourself, your emotional, your relationships, as well as your health. So, Dr. Sandeep, are we ready to move forward to the next sun sign?
Yeah, definitely. So next one is Libra, and Librans are really amazing people because they are quite passionate towards their life, and they know how to live their life. They're always flamboyant, and they love to travel. They love to enjoy. For them, life is a party in a way. So that is a good thing actually, because you need to live your life, which most of us we fail to understand because we are always behind our own desire, and we want to make it better materialistically, but life is also about living, being with the nature and travel and this and that. That is how it helps you all the time. So Librans are, I think, quite the brand ambassadors for that. For them, I think they must have felt some kind of uh, pain in a way since last 2.5 years, because Saturn in fourth house is not a great placement, and that is how it troubles you within. So as I said, they love to party and there was no party, so that is how nobody could move because of the situation, and that is how it has given them a lot of unrest, and they have become restless within themselves. But as I've said, nothing is permanent and things will change after April, and that is how they will start living the life that they are known for, and they love it. So this is beautiful. Rahu and Ketu will also move in your Kendra, which is again indicating that relationship you have to be careful, especially in partnership. Where finances are involved, you have to be a little bit cautious in that sense. Trust your gut feel, because instincts can give you some kind of indication about your about a person or about a situation, and that is how it will help you to take a right decision. So that is one advice. Another thing is you need to be a little bit more spiritual, so that is where I always put emphasis on, because anyone who is a spiritual person, they're always happy, they're always blessed, they're always they know what they are doing actually, so no confusion, and you will always feel the hand of God. This is what divine energies, which can change anything, or for anyone. I believe in it completely.
Okay. So this is a good year. So I liked what you said about, they are party people and there was no party for 2 years. So they are ready to party.
True.
So, okay. So now the next sign is Scorpio.
Yeah, Scorpions, like in sun sign, it is different. In moon sign, it is different. In Indian system, it says they are the most sensitive people on the planet, and quite emotional and everything. They are bothered with everything. But the other side of them is they're also kind, caring, and loving people, because for them it is peace. But the problem with them is, it is also ruled by Mars. Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and Mars is fire. It is anger. So if things are not going your way, or basically somebody is not communicating in the right manner, behaving in the right fashion, not getting creating some kind of turbulence unnecessary for them, so they are okay. But if somebody is trying to provoke them, then they can backfire. This is how their emotional imbalance becomes a problem. So I think 2022 they should take a vow on not getting affected by people, because nobody should have a remote control of your own happiness. So you need to learn to be happy by yourself, and don't let anything enter into your own harmonious zone, because if anybody has an excess, then you will be always restless. You will keep on spoiling your relationship by reacting, and that is something which is not right. Or even if you will not react, you will complain, you will sulk, you will keep things within you, then you will not be in a happy space. It will come on your face. And as I've just now said, that everything is related to mind. This is what medical scientists all over the globe they talk about. So you need to learn to be happy, and make it a habit out of it. So I think it will help you. For Scorpion, good news is if they are willing to get married, from April onward is a beautiful time. Within a year, between April 2022 to April 2023 is a time when they can get married, if they are really willing to get married. And obviously they will find a partner of their own choice, and it is going to be a good journey for them, for Scorpios. So that is something good. and they can also expect some kind of changes either in their residence area, or they may relocate to another city or country. That is quite a possibility in the coming 2.5 years, because Saturn will be moving to fourth house from their Scorpio sign. So as I say, expect the unexpected and keep going.
I think what you just said was very nice. Don't keep the keys of your happiness in another person's pocket. Don't give your happiness remote to somebody else. I think that's a very well said, Dr. Sundeep.
Thank you. So the next sign is Sagittarius, and Sagittarians are really beautiful. The reason being, first, they are ruled by Jupiter, the planet of wisdom and knowledge, and they are quite spiritual in their own way, and they're also quite focused. Even the symbol of Sagittarius is bow and arrow. Then they know what to aim and when to shoot. So that's a good thing, because sometimes, as I've said, when I was talking about Scorpio, and before that Aries, they are quite direct. And it sounds like they are criticizing, but Sagittarians, they know what to say and what not to say and how to say. So that is something which is good. The transition of Rahu has really helped them to win over their competitors, and I think a lot of Sagittarians must have experience good things around them. Though Sagittarians might be thinking, like in Indian system, they say there is sadasati, but I don't believe in it at all. So they don't need to go to understand that kind of side of thing which can give you some stress. There is no problem, actually, if you ask me. Anyone who wish to buy some property, house of your own, 2022 is a great year where you can plan to buy your own house if it is feasible and practical. And if you're really willing, then definitely all the boxes would be ticked, and you will find a house of your own choice. But I always believe in, you should make your house your home, and there is a difference between house and home, and that is harmony, that is bonding, that is togetherness, that is love, that is even the energies, the spiritual connect, the air which flows for cross ventilation, the natural light which should come in. Even in Vastu, this is the first thing which you see in a house is how much natural light and natural air is coming in. So if you can create that kind of vibrations at your place by being the best son and best husband and best father, or a best brother or sister, even wife, or even daughter, or a mother, then definitely it brings a lot of prosperity. Because prosperity, you can't get it from any supermarket. Prosperity is something which flows with energy. So Sagittarians are good in it, and I'm just giving them a reminder, because since last few years things were not moving in the right direction. So this is the time to again come back to your normal self and do something meaningful which will help you to achieve whatever you are looking at.
I think that's a very nice one about home is full of harmony, peace, and prosperity and love. So very nice, very well said, Dr. Sundeep.
Thank you. Thanks. So the next sign is Capricorn, and Capricorn anyways, people are afraid of Saturn. Whenever you talk about astrology, the one planet which can put stress on anyone's mind is Saturn. But Capricorn are the one who are ruled by Saturn. So Saturn belongs to them. So you don't need to worry about anything. And I think they are quite ambitious people, because it is an earthy sign, and it is in 10th from zodiac, which says even the sky is not the limit. So they really want to explore, really want to do something meaningful and something big in their journey. And this year they can expect that same. So which is good. Saturn over Moon, yeah, it may create some kind of stress, but you're used to it now, because now it will move after, it's been 2 years already. So you're used to it, but it will, from April, you will feel relieved at least, and it will be all good. Displacement, definitely yes. Because the transition of Rahu and Ketu, they will be in your kendras, in the center of your zodiac, clearly pushing something around you. So expect the unexpected, go with the flow is the right idea. And I always say, the right kind of approach towards life is just go with the flow. Keep walking, because if you can't beat them, join them. So when Rahu and Ketu are here to force a change, then best is to enjoy the change and accept it. The moment you accept it, then you are done. And if you are trying to resist it, then you will try to swim against the tide. That is how you will drain yourself. So I think it is a good idea to go with the flow, but it is for better. It is for good. I always say, everything has a reason in life. There is no coincidence. So if you feel, why me, and no, I'm okay with it, but you don't know. The chain which is coming your way may take to you to the next level, and you might be doing something better than what you are doing till now. So I'm quite optimistic. I'm quite happy about the time. The only thing is, I think one thing which Capricorn need to just add on to their journey is, though I said they are quite ambitious, but at the same time, if you can become a little bit more compassionate by helping needy and poor, if you help someone, even if you can motivate a person like we are doing here, uh, give them some direction. There are people who have a lot of situation, they are losing faith or hope, and they are into distress. If you them just cheer them up, bring joy on their face, that is something which is, again, it comes under a part of charity also. And not only that, I think if you help someone to get a job, or feed people who have some situations, so I think it is a good idea, because I believe in one thing: karma plays a great role. Whatever goes around comes around, and for Capricorn, I think this is a year for the same thing.
Right. So to give so that you can get. I get that.
Absolutely, beautifully. You have said in a very right manner, with choosing very less word, but it is precise to the key. So next sign is Aquarius, again ruled by Saturn. Saturn has two signs, Capricorn and Aquarius, but both are different. Capricorn are very ambitious in achieving things, and Aquarius are ambitious in acquiring things. Actually, that is a word which came to my mind, because it is it is an 11th house, a house of gains. So they are looking for gains all the time, and gains through their own hard work. Very good, because Saturn talks about hard work, so there is no problem in that. But gains even through people, gains through connections, gains through friends. So I'm not saying they're always like that, but yeah, they are good in it. So there's no harm in it. If I know someone who can help me in something, I can also do the same, because it is all this is how people reciprocate. It is how people connect with each other. So I think it is a good virtue which they have. Since last 1.5 years, I think Aquarius were not very happy. The reason being, fourth house Rahu transition can give you some kind of doubt. So you were always in a dilemma to do or not to do, whether this will happen or that will happen, whether he will support or he will not support, or what will happen, what if that happens, what if this happens, what if, so what if has become their set of words, favorite set of words. And that is where they were into this kind of situation, always feeling restless since last 1.5 years. But good news is, after March, they should be feeling relieved, and it is a good phase for them, because Rahu will move to it moves in reverse direction. It will come to third house from fourth house, and that will give them a lot of courage to take initiative. And I always believe in that, because the more you do, the more you get. And when you are sitting idle at home, if you're not going anywhere, then you will not reach anywhere, actually. So Rahu will give them that kind of courage to take initiative, and that is how they are going to gain a lot.
Thank you. Yes, it should be an interesting year for the Aquarians.
Absolutely.
So now
so
we
the
come
last,
to the last
yes, yeah, your dad must be waiting. Yeah, I always say the last but not the least. Piscean are always wise, because it is a second sign of Jupiter. And not only that, it is Piscean is more, there is a difference between Sagittarian and Piscean. Sagittarians are more focused in what they are doing. Piscean is a watery sign. They have more emotions in what they are doing, so they become wiser in their own thing, because they are more certain in a way, and they accept things. They do good for people. And not only that, it is a 12th sign, and 12th sign is house of moksha, house of charity. And they are the most charitable people on the planet, most helping, most caring, and they believe in giving. And as I said just now, whatever goes around comes around. So they are the one who have experienced a lot of good things. And in the last 1.5 years, because Rahu was in their third house, they have taken a lot of initiative in the right direction, and they have got gains also. They enjoyed it. Saturn also helped them in the 11th house, which is one of the beautiful placement of Saturn in transition, can give you loads of gains. So I think in this unprecedented time which I was talking about, we begin our talk from there. Piscean were the one who had a great time. So I think they will not complain about the journey. But yes, as I've said already, every individual horoscope is different, and so it is not only Piscean, but yeah, if your horoscope, if the time is different, then is a different thing. But I think yes, they had a great last one year, and even I can expect a lot of new changes coming their way. The first thing is about their marriage. So all the Piscean who were finding it difficult to find their spouse, I think 2022 April to April 2023 is the time when you will not be single anymore, because you will mingle with the person of your choice. And I think it will be a great beginning, because I believe in togetherness, I believe in bonding, I believe in energies and synergies. So another horoscope joining you as a partner, as a life partner after marriage, can enhance your luck. It is not only lady luck I believe in, I also believe in, a lady can be influenced by a man. So horoscope, if you have found a good husband in that sense, so it will, I think it is going to be another beginning for them. And I wish them beautiful years of togetherness. The only thing is, you have to be little bit sharing is not, I've seen charitable people not giving good quality time at home. So as I say, even charity begins at home. So I think
Yeah.
something you need to bring that, and don't take it for granted, which I said earlier. And that is how it will, you are beautiful, make your life more meaningful. And I think that is a complete journey.
So, Dr. Sundeep, what is your sun sign?
I'm Aries. So Aries need to be a little bit positive in the coming 1.5 years. I missed out with that, and you asked me and reminded me of that. So don't let anything impact you, because Rahu will be transiting over Aries from March, and that is how you may feel low in reason or no reason even. So ignore, let go, and just smile. That is how. And meditation has the power actually to give you a lot of positivity. And anyone who does meditation, they are always in a state of bliss, and no negative planet even can impact them. I'm an astrologer, I should tell that everything is astrology, everything is planet. But there is a condition: if the person is spiritual, then you are above planet. So this is a statement which no other astrologer will make, but I completely believe in it.
I think
And I
that's
think,
a very deep statement that you have made, Dr. Sandeep. Very nice.
thank you.
I have I have Rajni also on the call. Rajni, do you have a question? Maybe you need to unmute yourself if you have a question. Okay, so I don't think you have a question at the moment. So another observation I had, Dr. Sandeep, was that you mentioned that everything's going to happen in April, after March.
Yeah.
So there must be a reason for this. So from now to March, nothing much is going to happen.
No, it is not like that. See, when weather is changing, it's too chilly out there. Now you are approaching summer, or maybe spring. So, slowly the weather will change. It is not on the midnight next morning. It is sunlight, or it is all beautiful. So it is. This is how life changes. It goes with like weather changes, life changes, and life changes means planet changes, and planet changing means the state of mind also changes. So when planet are moving in the right direction, you start thinking differently. So today, as I have just said that things are changing from March and few from April. So it may also give everyone who's listening to it, it will give them some kind of positivity in them. And that is how, it start bringing that change already in you. So that is what is all about. So I believe in power of visualization. So if you start visualizing even from now, it will bring the change. But yes, as an astrologer, I need to give astrological answer also. So Rahu and Ketu, which are troubling few planets, like I said, Taurians were affected with that, and now Aries will be in situation. It will be changing in March. So March onwards, Rahu and Ketu will move to another house, and then Jupiter and Saturn. So Saturn is a big planet. Jupiter is also a big planet. Jupiter is a planet of prosperity. Saturn is a planet which can create some kind of hardship or struggle, also depending on individual horoscope as well. So they are changing in April, and that is how I said March and April are two important months where one can expect the changes, good or bad, depending on individual.
Thank you, Dr. Sandeep. I also just want to tell all our viewers that if you'd like to consult with Dr. Sandeep directly, you can visit Indo Indians. We have a form. You can fill the form, and Dr. Sandeep will reach out to you, and you can reach him. He is really good. And even if you're wanting, like Dr. Sandeep talked about, how so many sun signs, this is the right year for them to get married. If you're looking for a matrimonial horoscope matching, he's the right person to reach out to. So, and you can do that right online on indoindians.com. And Dr. Sandeep, I really enjoyed listening to you today. I also enjoyed the various gems of wisdom that you shared, all about, how to know yourself better, how that will help you more, how to find peace and harmony in relationships, and how to be charitable. I think those three things are the top three things that each one of us should practice every day. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Yeah, and I'm so glad that you have summed it in a beautiful way. It's been 22 years of my journey with astrology, and I've understood one thing: the most important thing in life is happiness. There's nothing bigger than that. And I always said, and just now I said that people who are happy, they are blessed. So bring that smile in you and see the change around you.
Thank you so much.
You're
Very,
welcome.
very grateful for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Thanks for having me.
2022.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Wish you everyone a beautiful year ahead. Prosperous.
Thank you.
Take care.